Okay, good morning, Math 9. And today is Tuesday, May the 5th. First thing I'm going to show you is just want to remind you this is the site which I sent you a while ago, which you can access to your textbook, even though you don't have a textbook at home. And basically, www.mynelson.com. And that's the username, and that's the password. All right, so take about 30 seconds to write this down, and then followed by we're going to talk about the interpreting graph introduction yesterday, which I sent it to yesterday. Okay, reason for reminding you this site is today the homework is going to be assigned from your textbook. Okay, so, okay, great. Now, this is just the introduction. Okay, so lately you heard people talking about flattening the curve with related to the pandemic going on right now, the COVID-19, the virus, right? And that's has so much to do with you and I have to suffer. So hopefully it's going to be over soon. Hopefully you guys can go back to school in September. Okay? So flattening the curve has something to do with what we're doing right now is called information analysis. Okay? So this is example of what we are doing right now, interpreting the graph. So of course the graph that you are going to deal with, okay? And so let me get it set up. Okay, so this is the number of cases of the virus comparing with the number of days since 100th confirmed cases. So BC, you see the curve, okay? Is right now we're dealing with, in this province, the increase of number of cases day by day is almost like flattened. So of course, ideally, we want to see this number, the number of cases. So this is 1,000 cases. So hopefully, okay, then now we are flattening the curve, which means the number of cases remained at a constant. So we're right now, BC, the province, sitting at 2,200 cases. Okay, 2,200 cases, approximately around 47 days. Okay, 47 days after the 100th cases confirmed. So hopefully there will be no increase. And then you're looking at the extent of this curve is more or less a straight line. That's the meaning of flattening the curve. Okay? So on a daily basis, okay, and related with our reality experience, constantly we ought to be able to interpret the graph. Okay? And all right. So no exception with what we are doing now. Okay? So yesterday I sent you this. Okay? And now let me see if I can get this focus better. Okay, great. And whenever we're trying to, the nice thing about this upload on YouTube is, so whenever you would like to watch it again, right? So there's no limit with how many times you want to watch this clip again. So whenever we're trying to get information within the graph, the process is called interpolation. So for example, I can tell from the graph 4 hours the person make $34. Okay, see, 4 go up 34. That's called reading information. That's called interpreting the graph. And if the question asks me, okay, how much the person make at 7 hours right here, or 8 hours, then we're looking at information outside the given graph. Then we ought to be able to extend the line and apply the process called extrapolation. Inter means inside the graph. Extra means outside the graph. All right? And you see the example right here. 3.5 hours, 5 hours is inside within the range. And then, so the values are found between known values, extrapolation beyond the graph. See, 10 hours. So 10 hours is outside the graph. Okay? All right. It's going to be a very, we say, brief lesson. And later on, hopefully you can follow the same idea and work on the 4 questions assigned from the book. Okay? Number 2. Is it reasonable to interpolate and extrapolate? So interpolate means inside the graph. So for interpolate, okay, so we are going to, so for example, so of course it's reasonable to find out, okay, the profit is $262.50, 75 seats. Okay, the profit, the amount of money made. So yes, interpolate. Yes, extrapolate. And it would be no. Okay? Then because number of seats in the theater is going to stop a set number. For example, it would not be reasonable to predict a profit when we're dealing with 10,000 seats. maybe the maximum occupancy for the theater is only 200. All right? The reason why we cannot predict, extrapolate, or do reasonable prediction because number of seats is a finite value. Okay? So it's a set value, has a final value. And all right? Okay. So now, let's look at number 3. So I change it to 30, make it clear. All right. So make it clear what's the approximate value for the W coordinate when H is 30 centimeters. So 30 is right here. So you draw a line, so which means you have to extend this line. So right now we're doing the process called, we can extend the line, and then 30 is right here. So we mark a point, so 30 correspond to 25 kg. So the answer H equal to 30, W is equal to 25 kg. And since we are approximating value outside the line, so the process is called extrapolation. Okay, so extrapolation. All right, now, and okay, and so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, okay, so your book on the page, okay, 173, which I'm going to go over question 1 tomorrow. So your homework, try page 173, question 1, 2, 3, 4. So due date Thursday, May, today is the 5th, May the 7th. Try, because tomorrow morning I'm going to go over question number 1. This is from your text, your textbook. Okay, page 173. All right, so have a good day. Take care.